let me do a little interview here of all my stuff, and we'll start with these two. This is the first one I ever bought. It's a 1972 12. I put the power lift on it that is functioning. It's all original, has front hubcaps, rear split weights on both sides, on the inside and outside. I've done dead weight, I've done live weight, I've done all types of things with this tractor. It's got a pulling hitch I made for it and the kill switch that you can unplug. Has a factory cigarette lighter that I bought and I'm gonna put on it. So this will be an optioned out tractor except for headlights. Then I have my 1966 10 with the aluminum dash and nose piece. Has a snow blower on it because we're about to get some snow. I did a custom grill. Has a 459 Predator in it. I swapped the 10 horse Tecumseh out because it's smoked and I rebuilt it. I just never put it back in because I like this motor. It's got the sleeve hitch. I have the sleeve hitch for this 12 as well, but I've got a 3-point for these that I'll show you, and I guess I'll move on to the rest of the collection. Under the tarps in the background, I have a Massey 12 Hydro. I have a 14 horse 14 Massey, or that I swapped a Vanguard V-twin in. I have the hood and everything. I just have to replace an oil seal, but it's got the plow on it, and got a old wheel horse. It's a little fun tractor, so I like to keep it around and use it outside all the time. Have a rebuilt mower deck for a 10 or 12, and then we'll move on to some more of the jewels. This is the donor tractor that I got the power lift off of. Has a 16 horse Tecumseh swapped in it. It is also a 1972 12. It runs as well, but it doesn't run real great, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But it's a pretty cool unit, has some nice character. And then if we go on inside here, I have a Massey 1655 diesel. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, here it is. This is my Massey 1655 turbo diesel with power steering. Has the 3-point on it, 3 sets of cub weights in the rear. I did a custom grill with the original grill. I cut it up and made it look more like a 1155 grill. And then I have a Massey 5 here in the background sitting on my wagon I made. And this runs as drives as well. Everything I have runs and drives. I make an effort to make sure everything I have operates. And so this is the 3-cylinder swapped Kubota, and it's got a little turbo sitting right there on it. It has power steering off of a John Deere swapped on it. Has the 3-point, has rear remotes just hanging there. It's got working lights. This thing runs great, works great. It's my workhorse. Then over here I have my Massey 7. I did not paint it. I bought it this way. It is in pretty okay shape. It's not painted the best, but it's pretty good shape. It has the original motor and it runs and drives as well. It also mows. I have it all done and working, and it works pretty good. This is the hood for the 14. And then in the background here, I have what used to be my 1655. It was a 1450 that I swapped on a Kubota frame a while ago, and then when it broke, I broke the rear end. I redid it and did it right. And then I've got a couple other things we've done in the background, and have some Tecumseh parts in the box. Have a Massey 8 side piece. I've had every Massey garden tractor there is except for a 6 or a 16. So I've pretty much seen and had them all. I've had many of 10s and 12s. I've had many of the 8s and 7s. And then this is the custom 3-point I made that bolts on to a 10 or 12. And I'll be excited this summer to use that and show it with a power lift, because that was pretty much made to have a power lift use it, and it'll work pretty great with that. Here's that nose piece I told you about for my 10. I don't have it on yet because it's a recast. It needs drilled and tapped for some threaded holes, and then have some old fenders and sheet metal and stuff to keep these old jewels running. But I've put a lot of hard work into getting this collection how I want it, and this is pretty much where it stands right now. There's the 14 horse from the 14. It runs. It does not run great, but it runs. That's why I swapped it. And as you can see, here's some of the wheelie bars for my 10 or 12. But these get used pretty much every day out of the year. I do something with one of these, and I make an effort to keep them going and run them and show them to everybody and show them that they'll still do a hard day's work after all these years. And I put a lot of pride into working them hard and keeping them working. And so far, as you can see, it paid off pretty well. I've got a lot of followers on TikTok that watch this stuff. I've spread the collection and the hobby over there because not many people did that. So I'm one of the few that do it. There's a couple other notable guys there. Like this has been videoed and put on TikTok, and I think I have it on YouTube now. But this was working with a 8-foot disc, as you can see in the rear. Had an 8-foot disc behind this tractor, and I did it again. That's on my page as well. It did great. It works great. It continues to impress me and do a lot of hard work, and I'm pretty excited with how this has turned out and what I can do with it. We'll get back to the ones outside. So this 10 is the first tractor I ever restored. I use it a lot. That's why I put this new motor in it. I know it's not original, but it makes it more user friendly, so I get to use it more often and mess around with it. But my 12 is the one I use all the time. I've had every bit of 300 pounds of hang-on weights on it, pulling. I think I've pulled up to 3,000 pounds on a dead weight sled, and we've done live weight with it, but it's been a pretty hardy unit. And I've gone everywhere, to Wisconsin, to Pennsylvania, and everywhere. I've drove 12 hours for things, and I've done this a lot. So here they are, all my Masseys in my collection. And stay tuned, because I'll have a bunch of stuff coming up this year using these and going out and about and doing things with them and showing what old Massey can do.